Okay, we are doing Blue Sort 19. And we are continuing on from last week. Last week we looked at how we can use two words that are related or have a similar base word to give us a clue that there's perhaps a hidden silent consonant. So sign, signature, bomb, bombard. This week we are talking about, again, base words and related words. So you can take this can be the notes that you take. Just I'll give you a few examples. So we've got base words and related words. Okay, so under base words we might have something like please, please. And then we have a word that is pleasant. Now, they sound different. Please and pleasant. It's not pleasant, but we hopefully know that pleasant is to please, so they are related. So the fact that they're related gives you a hint that the spelling will be consistent, even though the sound has changed. Pleasant. So that's how you spell pleasant. But if you didn't think about the fact that it was related to please, you might not put that A in there. Okay? So this is how we're using base words to help us spell related words. So let me give you another example. So we might say nature. Nature. So you know that word is nature. And then we have natural. Whoop. Natural. Now, because we've got the base word nature, we've got the word natural. So you can see the spelling is very consistent, even though they sound different. That's got an A and that's got an A. That's got an E, that's got an E. But they are the same spelling or base spelling. Okay, we've got type. So you say, oh, I love that type of pen, or I love that type of bike. And then you've got a related word, which is typical, which means it's the type that's associated with something. So somebody does something all the time, and you say, oh, that's typical that they would do that. Now, you might not think of spelling typical with a Y unless you remember it's based on the word type. Then you can remember that typical. So that says I, that says I, typical. But they're related. Excuse me. Okay, so the note I want you to take, I want you to write down base words and related words. And the note I want you to take is even though words can sound quite different, if their base word is the same, then spelling is usually consistent. So that means the same. So even though words can sound quite different, if their base word is the same, then the spelling is usually consistent. So I want you to write that down in your notes. So what I mean by that is if please and pleasant, they're related, aren't they, in meaning? Type and typical, they're related in meaning. So if you know the base word and the related word, then that helps you spell the word even if the sound is different. Okay, so that's the teaching point for today, and now we will get on and do a quick word sort. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do, just like I did last week, have 2 rows of word pairs, but if you could fit it, and you might be able to fit it, you can just have 2 columns because we've really just got 2 categories. So our categories are base word, related words. They're going to sit next to each other, and then I've got a second column just because I can't fit them in. Related word. Okay. Right, so we've already done please, pleasant. We've got mine, as in to dig in the ground and find coal, mine. And then we've got mineral. So see, sound different but related. Breathe. Breathe, this is a good one actually. Breathe. And then we have breath. Oh, hang on, I've done that very... got distracted writing that. Breathe with an E, and then you've got breath. Okay, now this one's easier to spell because it makes the E sound in the middle, but this one you might easily forget that E and just write breath. But if you remember it's related to breathe, and of course breath is related to breathing, then hopefully you remembered that it's an EA spelling pattern. Revise. Oh, goodness me. Need to have a break, I think. Revision. Okay, so to revise your work and then to have some revision. Nature, natural, we've already done that one. And cave and cavity. Okay, so related words. So obviously cave is a hole in the ground, cavity is a hole in your tooth, but it's like a cave in your tooth, I guess. Okay, so these are base word and related word pairs. So let's have a look. We've got 6 more. So we've got athlete and athletic. So often the vowel sounds are modified, and we're going to have a look at the pattern of the vowel sounds in a minute. Okay, we've got type and typical. I've already gone through that one. We've got crime, criminal. Obviously someone who does crime. Humane, humanity. Ignite. This is a good one. Ignite, and then we write, this is basically an E drop ION word, isn't it? Ignite, drop the E, and we add ION. But instead of saying ignite, suddenly it becomes ignition. It isn't ignition. Okay, precise. So that is when you are very accurate. And then you have precision. So we drop the E and we add ION. Okay, so this is a good word because sometimes you know the word, like if you're writing the word precision, you think, oh, does the C come first? Does the S come first? Which way around is it? Well, if you think back to the base word and you think precise, then suddenly it becomes really easy. Drop the E, add ION, you spelled it correctly. Okay, so one last thing about these I wanted you to just note is that I have actually, while I have sorted them base word, related word, I've actually also put them into a column where I've got long vowel sounds. So I'm going to put that under here, long vowel. So I'm trying not to smudge my other words. Long, it's quite hard to write when you don't anchor your hand. And then these are short vowel. So that's another way you could write. So I'm just going to show you in a minute. So it's quite interesting that these are related words, but they all have changed their vowel to long or short. So please, that's E, E. I, mineral. Breathe, E, to breath, E. I, I. A, a. Athlete, athletic. E, type, so that's I to I. Crime to crim. Humane to human. Ignite to ignition. Precise to precision. Okay, so we've taken our long vowels and our short vowels. So I have sort of double sorted those words in a way, just for your interest. So teaching point is use base and related words to help you with your spelling, because even though the sound is different, the spelling pattern is nearly always consistent with that base word. Okay, so have fun practicing these words. I'll see you later. Bye.